Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show, where you'll find health and fitness inspiration, motivation, and information shared in 15-minute episodes. Tune in while getting a move on to make leading and enjoying the benefits of a healthy lifestyle almost too easy. It's the Fit 15. And now your host, Catherine Basu.
Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show. I'm your host, Catherine Basu, and my guest today is someone who many of you are going to recognize. It is Melissa Clark. Melissa Clark has been a fan and follower of my fitness company, Fit Armadillo, who just so happens to be the sponsor of the Fit 15 podcast show, for several years now, basically from the beginning of my starting my fitness company, and I've really appreciated all of her support and just following her fitness journey. I have to admit, I can't take any real credit for her fitness journey. I know she's probably been inspired a little bit along the way following my fitness company, but she's really taken matters into her own hands. And while she's a member of the Fit Armadillo Fit Club, she's done a lot of things outside of that to work on her fitness goals. And I've noticed that as a friend of hers on Facebook. And so as the podcast show has been evolving here and I was thinking about good guests to have on the show, she immediately came to mind as someone who's really made some big transformations and I know will be inspiring to those of you who knew her back in the beginnings of the Fit Armadillo company getting started and the Fit Armadillo Fit Club, and those of you who are new to her story. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Melissa today and have her update some of you on her journey and inspire those of you who don't know her yet. So welcome to the podcast, Melissa. I'm so excited and honored to have you as my guest today.
I'm super excited too.
So I know a little bit about your fitness journey because you've been in my Fit Club and we've met in person, which has been awesome. But I don't know the full story even myself, so I'm really excited to learn more. And I guess my first question for you then is, where and how did your journey to fitness get started?
Well, my parents have a lot of health issues. Both of my parents have had cancer.
Okay.
And I became a grandma. So yeah, having become a grandmother and realizing that my grandchild needs me around for a long time, yeah. I thought by becoming more fit, it would allow me to fight off the cancer and stuff better if I would happen to get it, and allow me to be around for her a long time, and also allow me to be able to be the cool grandma and be able to get in places and play with her and stuff, climbers and stuff I couldn't get into when I was bigger, and
sure.
I just didn't feel comfortable. Even if I could fit in them, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. I kind of had aches and pains and out of breath and
sure. Yeah. No, that's a really good reason. I'll talk to people and they have different reasons for getting started. And if it's more like cosmetic or to get ready for a reunion, it's not usually as lasting. But that's a good reason to get started for sure.
Yeah.
So what do you think on that journey? What things have you actually changed to help you along the way to be able to make just this big transformation that you've done?
Accountability was a big part of it. I don't know if I could say that I joined Weight Watchers.
Yeah, no, of course. Tell us your secret.
Okay. I didn't know if I could use the group name or not. I joined Weight Watchers, and I kind of went to some meetings, and I didn't feel super comfortable there.
Sure.
But I found a group when we moved to Manchester, New Hampshire. I found a group that I totally love, and it's a lot of accountability. The person at the scale doesn't really shame you, but you kind of feel like you're answering to them. And then the ladies, the other members that go, are becoming my friends, and my family is in Illinois and I live in New Hampshire. So they're kind of like family too.
Yeah. Got it. So you started your journey with Weight Watchers, and you found that, changing from one group to another made a difference. But the accountability is like a very, very key part.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I tried many times on my own and really got nowhere. So that accountability factor made a huge difference.
I love that. And then making the friends, I'm sure that's a good positive thing too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you had the Weight Watchers. Are you still a member? I guess. Well, don't you get to go to meetings? I haven't familiarized myself with their programming recently, but do you get to go to meetings forever now, or how does that work? And then I know you've added other things in too. So I'm curious how the whole changes have happened.
Yes, as when you get to your goal weight,
okay,
then you have to maintain your goal weight for 6 weeks, and then you go free for life as long as you stay within 2 pounds of your goal weight.
Okay.
Yeah, then you're free.
Very cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to only get weighed once a month once you get to that. Right now, I weigh weekly.
Okay. Cool. Oh, that's good to know. Very cool. So that was kind of the first thing, but you've done other things as well added on to that. So can you tell us some of the fun things you've been a part of or have goals on to work on next?
Yeah, I've added physical activity in. When I first started, I've lost 55 pounds. And when I first started, I was kind of embarrassed to go out and be seen attempting to run or
sure
anything like that. Yeah, and I brought up at one of the Weight Watchers meetings actually how embarrassed I felt being out there and running and stuff, and thinking about what everybody must think of me and must be saying about me. And one of the other members said, you know what, you would be really surprised at the people that are cheering you on. She said, because she had kind of almost reached her goal weight, but she said there was another larger woman in her neighborhood that she saw running.
Hi friends, it's Catherine, and whether you are running while listening to us or going for that out and back 15-minute walk, that sound was your halfway point reminder. If you only have 15 minutes, you want to turn around now. All right, back to Melissa.
And she said she was just saying to herself, you go, girl. So
yeah.
I think, when I'm out there trying, I think people will probably say, you go, girl.
Yep. It's unfortunate how we often judge ourselves more than what other people would do, right? And end up missing out in the process. So
yeah, exactly. And my husband and I were kind of looking at some different classes and things that we might be interested in. And we have a title boxing club here in Manchester. And he said, why don't we go try this? The first class was free. All we had to buy was the hand wraps for the first class, and they loan you the gloves. And we went and we really liked it. And like the next week we joined.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great workout.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And one of the coach that we took our very first class with, actually, we found out was one of the toughest coaches. And so the other coaches were like, you came back after having class with her? She's a beast. Yeah.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. Very cool. And I ran in a Tough Mudder last month, September. Ran in a Tough Mudder.
So what's that like? Because I have not done that, and I don't know. I'm a little intimidated myself, even though I am a runner.
Yeah. Well, there's not actually that much running. It's kind of I think there were 15 obstacles. We actually did the half. We didn't do the full one.
Okay.
We did the half one, and there were 15 obstacles. It was 5 miles and 15 obstacles.
Okay.
And I made it through all of them. I only walked around 2, and that's because the water was deep, and I'm not a really good swimmer, so I didn't feel comfortable going through those.
Yeah.
But there are so many people helping you out. There's like hardly anybody that doesn't finish. If you want to and you have the desire and the determination at all, you're going to make it through, because there are people there helping you every step of the way.
No, it's awesome. No, like I've never experienced. I've watched the Spartan race,
Mm-hmm.
and it seemed to have a similar feel, that there are a lot of people there to support. But yeah, I would say like for the running community in general, like you were saying, sometimes you fear like how you look or what people are going to think about you, but really it's such a supportive community. So people should definitely not be ashamed to try it, I would say.
Yeah, no, definitely don't be ashamed to try it. And I think there's a lot of kind of stigma on what a real runner does.
Right.
Anybody who runs, if you run, you're a real runner.
Right. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. Definitely true. Well, that's so lots of big changes and lots of accomplishments so far.
Yeah.
What would be some of your advice just going through all this? I mean, you said the accountability. I definitely agree about that, because I've had clients, the more sessions they do, the better. I run a program, and the clients I've worked with one-on-one, they're more successful in the program because there's more accountability. So I would say that same advice. Like if people just want to get a workout buddy, I think that's a huge help. It doesn't have to be a personal trainer or an investment in a different group. But what would be your other advice or best advice to someone who's starting out on their journey and needs a little push in the right direction or some inspiration?
I think in the past, I've been on the roller coaster ride of losing weight for forever. Most of my adult life, as long as I can remember, I've been on that roller coaster. A major difference for me this time is that I'm changing my thinking too, and I'm not just dieting until I lose the weight. I'm making lifestyle changes.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, and don't do anything just to lose weight that you're not intending to do for the rest of your life.
That's really good advice.
Yeah. For example, I tried juicing, and I just drank juices, and then would maybe eat some vegetables or some fruit, maybe some protein here and there. But basically, my whole diet consisted of different juices.
Sure.
And that worked. I probably lost 15, 20 pounds. But then as soon as I went back to eating regular food again, there came all the weight back on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. So don't do anything that you're not willing to do for the rest of your life.
And you don't really have to. I think people, because we do see there's this juice craze, or there's this green smoothie you should try, and this is what all the healthy people do, and it's tempting to, or this diet's going to make you lose 20 pounds in a week, or there's all these promises, so it's tempting to do that. But it sounds like you've been able to reach your goals, not doing anything crazy, just through some small steps. So there's hope.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with juices or things like that. That's fine if you enjoy those, but you shouldn't make that your whole, meal. You should be eating regular food also.
All right, you're tempting me, Melissa, to get on my soapbox about juices and smoothies, and I won't do that today, but people who've listened probably know a little bit about what I think about that. And I will refer people back, though, to my friend Sarah Pruitt-Sofel, who was on the podcast earlier this week talking about intuitive eating and how to maybe consider that as a process versus all these rules and strategies that are supposedly healthy, but definitely are not always fun and might not even actually be healthy or better for us.
Yeah. I don't know the statistics, how much movement impacts the weight loss, but I've found that there aren't any secret magical pills or anything. There's nothing that's going to make you lose weight besides basically portion control and movement.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
And yeah, and as far as movement goes, I do think 15 minutes is wonderful, but if you're just starting out, meet yourself where you're at. If you can only do 5 minutes, if you can only say walk across the room,
Mm-hmm.
then get up and walk across the room. That's something, you're moving your body in some way.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know we often underestimate, I think, just those small things that we can get started with that, yeah, you're not going to lose 20 pounds in a week doing that or really doing anything. Spoiler alert, but at least, you start habits and you feel better. Like that's getting moving helps you feel better. And that can just be all you really need to start doing more, I think, too.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So you have another big adventure and reward coming up for yourself. Do you want to tell the listeners about that and how you picked that and what your big goal is?
Oh, the zip lining?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I get to 70 pounds lost, right now I'm still at 55.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of plateaued. I've been in the 160s for 6 months now.
That's okay.
So I have to break that plateau. Yeah. When I get to 60 pounds lost, I'm getting a new tattoo. But when I get to 70 pounds lost, I'm going to go zip lining in the White Mountains.
Very cool. I'm sure that'll be really, really fun and pretty up there.
Yeah.
Very cool. So not the grandma that you would have been a few versions ago, being Melissa 5.0.
Yes.
But
No, definitely not. Yeah. Making Melissa 5.0 the best I can make her. Yeah.
I love that.
I've done lots of great things this year.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm excited to keep following your journey. And can we send people to go check out your Facebook page and friend you to keep following along as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
Cool.
Yeah. And I was kind of afraid to post so much at the beginning, because like I said, it's been a roller coaster and I've just gone up and down in my weight. So I was afraid to post so much in the beginning, but I felt like even my family members and friends and stuff all seem to be struggling too. So I thought if I post and I can inspire somebody or motivate somebody, or for them to think, well, if she could do it, then I can do it.
Yeah.
Then it was all worth it. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And I'm sure you're inspiring at least one listener who's tuning in when this is going, and hopefully they'll reach out and let you know. But yeah, no, I know it's hard, right, to put yourself out there, and for many reasons, but then I definitely think it's worth it. And there's probably people that have been following you, Melissa, that haven't even said anything, but you've inspired. So
yeah. There was one day, I don't remember. I had posted about something, and one of the guys that I was friends with, like in elementary school, said something, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that you even were reading these,
See?
So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And that you feel like that's helped the accountability too, posting and just, sharing your story.
Yes. Even when I've had bad weeks, like even weeks that I've gained a pound or 2 pounds, I've still been trying to post, because I think that those downtimes are just as important, so that people that are having downtimes too can say, oh, she's having a down week, but look, this following week she came back.
Right. No, that's true. Keeping it more real life than than what we might see on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm really grateful to you, Melissa, for sharing, your story with my listeners. Anything else you want to share before we end our official conversation?
Just believe in yourself. That's where it all starts. just believing that you can and anything is possible. If you can dream it, you can achieve it if you just believe in yourself and explore your options.
I love that. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for listening to the Fit 15. For show notes and more, visit fitarmadillo.com/podcast. See you next time.
Hi, friends. It's Catherine, and I hope you enjoyed meeting Melissa for the first time if you hadn't met her before, or just being filled in on her story if you have been a follower and fan of Melissa's, as I have been through Fit Armadillo. Wanted to pop back on here just to do a few quick housekeeping things. So number one, it is Friday if you are listening to this episode the day I have scheduled it to go live. So do not forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you most enjoy listening to your podcasts. iTunes, Stitcher, where you can go leave us reviews, Spotify. We're on all the major places. So go find us, follow us, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. I will go live with a new episode every day next week. This should be a good way to help you get motivated and inspired, thanks to my amazing guests, but also it should serve as a little reminder, even if you don't have time to listen to the episode when you see that notification, to schedule in some time for yourself to get up and get moving during the day. Even those 15 minutes can make a huge difference. And one little note here from our sponsor, Fit Armadillo. If you have been enjoying the podcast, support Fit Armadillo. Check out what we have going on over there. One thing we have coming up next week is an online small group fitness class with our amazing yoga instructor, Kayla. This is a 30-minute class, but you can join us from anywhere in the world as long as you have a good internet connection. So head on over to fitarmadillo.com/classes to see if we have space left. And that is in honor and celebration of Yoga Month. If you would prefer a private yoga session with Kayla, you can go to her schedule, fitarmadillo.com/Kayla, and you can sign up for a private session of 30 minutes or 60 minutes in length and use the code Yoga Month for a special discount. Thanks so much for listening to the show. If you subscribe, I will chat with you next week. Bye.